Searching for Mary Magdalene and her identity beyond the mainstream misconception of her as a prostitute has launched me on an exciting journey. One of the best stopovers on this journey was Gnosticism. It gave me some of my favorite descriptions of Mary Magdalene. She's called a wise woman, the disciple of Jesus, possibly his partner. This led me to the Gnostic story of Sophia, the divine wisdom. And it became clear that Mary Magdalene was nothing less than the expression of divine wisdom in the life of Jesus. This idea is still largely resisted, both in mainstream and in alternative circles. In mainstream culture, this is because of an attachment to prevailing traditions. But in alternative circles, there's often a general preference to focus on Mary Magdalene as the consort or wife of Jesus. For the alternative traditions of Mary Magdalene, I believe this is beautifully aligned with the Gnostic idea of Sophia and divine wisdom. In the past, these two things usually happened with depictions of wise or educated women. One, they have been completely desexualized to lose their feminine or sexual lore, and made into overly dutiful Holy Mother types, with the Virgin Mary as the classic example, although there are many other ancient and early Christian examples. Two, they have been overly sexualized and often called prostitutes. Since educated women or women philosophers have nearly always been recorded as indecent and scandalous, I have no doubt, by extension, that they were defined as prostitutes because they dared to excel in matters of mind, spirit, and sexual enchantment. I believe Mary Magdalene fell into this category as well. But back to my investigation regarding the connection between Mary Magdalene and Sophia, the divine wisdom archetype. We know from established religions that Mary Magdalene, through complete historical error, was called a prostitute. In the same way, Sophia, the divine wisdom of the Gnostics, was also called the lascivious one. In the mythical rendition of her, she falls into matter, forgets who she is, and becomes a prostitute. A great metaphor for shortchanging ourselves in our lives and forgetting our true greatness. Now, could it be, I ask, that these depictions of both Mary Magdalene and the Gnostic super-goddess Sophia have been influenced by the archetype of the ancient world? Because such women are beautiful, immodest, and wise. This alone is probably the reason that they have pretty much been called whores. In the same way as Mary Magdalene was challenged by some of the male disciples, Peter usually, in the Gnostic sources. Other archetypes that interest me greatly in connection with Mary Magdalene is the archetype of women as a bearer of a secret knowledge. Another no less interesting but more common archetype also associates with some of the Gnostic descriptions of Mary Magdalene and the archetype of the honorary male. An exception was made for her wisdom, as long as she did not use her feminine lure. Yeah. At the end of the Gospel of Thomas, Jesus mentions that Mary Magdalene has become male. All the goddesses are rightful daughters of Inanna, Ishtar, Hathor, and Isis. They are the archetypes of Mary Magdalene and the Gnostic Sophia. They are the rebels of the mind, soul, and body. They stand proud in the glorious space where the mystery of wisdom in Eros can be won.